I like this. Go. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, having fights, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. All red bottoms looking like I walked on the scene. Homicide damage with the pills. Young nigga came up still running from the system. Caught his homeboy stealing out the pack, so he clipped him. Been feeling down, need somebody for the lift. He been fighting with his girl cause he said it down feeling. Mama say that he got drugs in his system. New image, old me, so they miss him. How the fuck I supposed to act with my father in the prison? Tell another nigga listen back then, I ain't listen. Real player with some young niggas round me, crib. With some old heads out of jail, leave a nigga miss. Lot of money, but they still don't understand how I'm living. From the streets to the can, either way I'm living. Put my rip a nigga up 1 second in a minute. Tell a nigga hit me up if he really got tension. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, having fights, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. What I say? Push the button in the door, open up. Let my nigga out the whip. Ain't no shooting out the rave. Got the back in the front sold up. Tell him spin around the block right before you catch a play. Came home, started selling AA. Got some dog food on me with some act in the case. Got a K right in my home if you ran in my place. Put a bullet in his dome once it exit his face. On my knees, praying to God, telling him I'm going home if I don't live up to going hard. One night I ain't go home, girl, acting crazy cause she mad that I'm living like a star. Bitch, I'm straight up out them trenches, I ain't never had a heart. And I'm plugged in the socket, I ain't never had a car. And you want the fancy things, so you better play your part. Told that bitch you don't work, then I swear you gon' starve. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, having fights, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. Like a star, yeah.
Around the world, welcome back to another episode of The Morning After. It is so good to see everybody in chat. We've got a Krabs Bets Thursday on the horizon. Shout out Thursday. I think it's probably one of my favorite days of the week.
It's a great day of the week, honestly. Setting up for Friday.
Friday gets you horny for Friday.
It does.
Like you're like, oh, Friday's right around the corner.
It is.
And back in my day, Thursday used to be my favorite day to go out as well. I used to love a good Thursday Guantanamo Bay. Used to be the best.
I was a big Wednesday guy.
What?
Back in my day.
It's such a weird day.
Big Wednesday guy.
Why Wednesdays?
I don't know.
What was going on in Mizzou on a Wednesday?
Wedding Wednesday at Harpo's. There's
Wedding Wednesday.
So there's two bars.
Wow.
And what the wedding is that it's just single cover. So it's a wedding between the two bars. So you can go into each for single cover.
See, that I could get behind.
Yeah.
Wedding Wednesdays.
Wedding Wednesday.
Shout out.
Uncle Josh.
We used to have a.
That's what DeRay said.
Uncle Joshy. There used to be a bar in Providence on Thursdays. I was like on the water that would have, I think it was like $2 wells.
Yeah.
It was fun. I think it's called like Fish and Hook now, but I just can't imagine going to school like Mizzou. I think I would have passed away in GTA.
It's a lot sometimes.
I was just
a lot of people leave very quick.
I was such a bot in college.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I would have survived at a big school like that.
Dude, one of my really good friends' roommates, freshman year, was gone in 2 weeks. Like, I can't do this.
Like what? The partying was too much or like, too big? Or?
No, everything. He's like, this is way too much. I need to go home. Just went home.
This is too much.
Back to Milwaukee.
It's too much. Oh, well, I mean, you can't come from Milwaukee and then try to throw down every day of the week.
It's tough. Yeah.
It's tough. That was always going to be tough.
Milwaukee. Some people from Milwaukee, though, they drink some brews up there.
Oh,
that's where Miller Lite is.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Busch.
Miller, yeah. Busch is
Miller's
St. Louis.
Milwaukee.
Busch is St. Louis.
I got to take about Miller. I think it's junk.
It's Jansen.
Just can of corn, dude. It's a can of corn.
I hate
it's
Miller.
Literally just a can of corn.
Everyone in Chicago loves Miller. I hate Miller.
All right, if you were ranking your top 3 favorite beers, what would they be?
One, I love Michelob. Michelob, okay. 1 for me. Okay. I would say Bud Light, probably 2. And then I like light beers. I don't like heavy beers. And then I would say 3, probably I like Corona Premiers a lot.
Wow.
I like those a lot.
Corona Premiers.
Those could be one. It's just like
weird shout.
Those could be one. It's just like they're not like available enough to get them. if that makes sense. They're not everywhere.
That seems like a crazy shout.
I love Corona.
I think I would go. Coors Light is always my one. I love Coors Light.
Gas. Yeah.
Coors is just like the mountains get blue, and you want to talk about just getting horny. The mountains
only
get
out
blue.
of the 16 ouncer though. The crack.
No, dude, anything.
No,
I'll take
I like the
I'll
crack
take a
top.
Coors in a glass bottle. I'll take a
Glass
Coors.
bottle's fine too, but
Coors in a can is like top one.
the aluminum one.
No, I mean I love the aluminum one.
That's the best.
My only problem with the aluminum one is the hand warms it up too much.
It does warm it up.
You got too much
And it's
surface
too
area.
big,
The
yeah.
can I can hold from the top.
That's true.
Sip like that. I'm a massive Coors Light fan. I'd go Bud Light too. It's just you can't beat it. It's a classic.
Yeah,
Like
easy.
if I'm just looking for a weekend where the wheels come off, Bud Light 2 for sure. 3, I might shock some people here, dude, because I want to say Michelob with you, but also make no mistake, there's just something about the aesthetic can of a Natty Light. And I know people are gonna be like, dude, it's just water. That's so gross. I drank that in college. But I just challenge you.
So is Michelob.
I challenge you this weekend. Just grab a 30 and Natty Light. See how easy it goes down.
It does go
Just see
down.
how easy it goes down. Because you'll be on your 5th one and be like, dude, I feel like I could run a marathon. I'm so hydrated. And then by the 15th one, you're going, maybe I'll call her.
Yeah. Bush Light was the go-to for me in college. That was the
I was see you want to know it's gross, dude. When I was a freshman in college, we were like, because you try to find whatever gets you there quickest. You know what I mean? Like you're not like, maybe I'm gonna by senior year. You're like, you know what? Maybe I'll just have like something that I enjoy. You know, what I mean? I'll spend a little bit more money. When you're a freshman, you're like, nah, like here's what needs to happen.
A pint or a 5th of Skull.
I need to get from A to B now.
Yeah.
And what we used to do, dude, we used to get Natty Ices.
Oh yeah.
Which are
just
bottom 3
disgusting.
beer potentially
Worst-
of all time.
Worst beer. Man,
However,
of all time, yeah.
It'll get you there.
It will get you there.
And we used to funnel Natty Ices, dude. Oh, how nauseous did that just make? Dude, that just made me nauseous.
Dude.
I just got a nausea wave from thinking about doing that as a freshman. But you know what the thing is, though? If I were to talk to my freshman self, I would be like, dude, this is literally nectar.
Yeah, it is.
Like we used to be amped up. Somebody get the Natty Ices up and moving now.
Didn't Bud Light make some form of Natty Ice? It's like Bud Light.
Bud Heavy?
Bud
Heavy is just Budweiser.
No. It's not Bud Heavy. It's like there's like a extra strong Budweiser. I forget
Oh,
what.
I don't know.
Bud Ice. Bud Ice.
Bud Ice, dude.
Fucking also disgusting.
Never had it. We were Natty Ice sluts.
Do you remember Natter days?
Yes, dude.
Those are the worst things of all time.
No, they're good.
Literally of all time.
You know what I was addicted to?
Mad Dog.
No. Have you ever had they got rid of it? And I wish they'd bring it back. Natty made a seltzer for like 2 years, dude. Look it up really quick. If you can.
Actually, maybe I do. It's
Can you
like
look it
all
up?
white can. Is it like white?
Dude, it was like
light color.
Yeah, it was
like light colors.
colors.
Yeah.
And I would get the Natty Light Seltzer Peach, dude. My senior year of college, and I would.
Oh yeah, I remember those. I remember those.
I would buzz, dude. They were like a commodity in my senior year. Like my buddies would be like, dude, man,
they're
can I just get one Seltzer? Like, dude, of
Dude,
course,
because
Seltzer, they're so good.
They're going out of business.
Well, no, they're gone. You can't get them.
No, I know. That's why they were
pull
hot
up a photo of
commodities. They
it.
were
Can
going
I
out
see
of
a photo
business.
of it? I want to see my peaches.
You want to see your peaches?
My peaches, dude.
Yeah.
My sweets. I literally used to be. I talked to my roommate. I'd be like, dude, I need to go pick up my sweet peaches for the weekend. And it would just be, I would get 2 cases, dude. Yeah. So the orange one is the one I would get.
Yeah.
Not the red one, the orange
These
one.
guys?
Oh, dude, my sweet peaches. I miss them, dude. They were so good. They were better than White Claws. They were better than like all that shit. And like my senior year, I was definitely hitting a little, I was like, I just need to drink. I just want to be drinking seltzers. A little bitch, but then I saw Natty Seltzers one time in the liquor store, and I was like, I literally like, I need that. I need it. Bring them back.
I hated those.
Natty Light, hit me up. Bring them. We'll bring them back together. I'll be the Shane Gillis of the Natty Light Seltzers, and we'll sell nothing.
I think we can all agree that the worst drink of all time was the Cactus Jack drink. Whatever the fuck that shit was. What was it called? Was it called Cactus Jack?
I think it was called Cactus Jack.
Or just called
agave.
Cacti? Cacti.
Something
Was
dumb.
that what it was? Dude,
was
that shit was
piss. It was
actually
like-
that was
it was
the worst drink I've ever had in my
piss.
entire life.
And I remember being like, dude, Travis Scott loves to party.
Yeah.
No way he put out a bad drink.
I've never seen a company go out of business faster than that company. Like that was like in stores for 2 weeks and then gone.
Yeah. My
Gone.
neighbors when I was a senior
Monica.
was this. It was like our house and then this house of girls that we were good friends with. And I think one weekend one of them bought like a case of it, and I was like, dude, please, I want to try it so bad because I like couldn't find it anywhere, and I was like, please, let me try it. And they gave me one, dude. I took one sip, and I was like, nope, you're good.
Yep,
That's potentially the worst thing of
So
all
bad.
time. Potentially the worst thing of all time. And then we'd go out and like Providence is just all like house parties and stuff. So like you're not really going to bars and stuff. You'd go to another house and you'd see some kid holding like cacti. Be like, what are you?
Yeah,
you don't have to do all that, brother.
You don't.
Like
have to.
you can just say you like his music. You don't have to drink the drink. Like
Yeah.
we know how bad the
we know.
goddamn drink is.
We know. Also, your Monaco's. Monaco's were gas. We used to have those every once in a while for like
I
tailgates
don't
and
know
stuff.
what that is.
It's like a
With
cocktail.
the bird on it.
Yeah, it's like a
little bird? Yeah,
rooster
okay,
type
yeah,
thing.
okay, yep.
Maybe yeah.
Yep. Okay, I know that.
Yeah,
one.
it's like they're just like cocktails in like tall cans.
Don't get it twisted, dude.
Yeah.
I'll still fuck with a mixie.
What about a Four Loko?
Just
You
like
still fuck with
half
one of
a
those?
bottle of vodka and some Gatorade. I'll still fuck with a mixie.
Should we sidewalk slam on a stream one night?
That would
See how
get
that goes.
so out of control. Like I don't.
That'd be kind of fun.
There are certain things in my life that I just cannot do again because there's a little demon that lives inside of me. And if I do a sidewalk slammer, like that demon is coming back.
That'd be
out,
fun
dude.
though.
And it would just not be good.
That'd be fun.
No, dude. I don't know if I'd be able to like
Maybe for a
filter
night,
myself.
like everyone's
it
got
would
a
be
sidewalk
so
slam.
bad, dude. It would be so bad. There's just
Pitcher of
certain things
vodka
I
Red
can't
Bulls?
drink anymore, dude,
Should we
because
do
it
a
would
pitcher
bring
of
out the demon.
We could do that.
I could do a picture of vodka Red Bulls. I mean, my heart would stop, but
Could do it.
Yeah, I just can't do sidewalk slams. That'd be a mess and a half, dude. What do you think your top 3 beers are in terms of like vibes? Like the
Vibes?
free beer, the next beer, the golf beer. Like, what is your top 3
Like
beers?
where
when
is
comes
it?
to-
Like where?
What's your top 3 vibes for a beer?
I mean, I'm a big draft beer guy. Like I'd prefer draft over cans or bottles. So probably like a sports
So
bar.
you need the.
Maybe a little sports bar. I would say probably one.
Is that your one?
That's
A?
probably one for me. I'd say I don't drink beer on the golf course. I'm not a big beer guy on the golf course. I would say 2.
I like transfusions on a golf
Yeah,
course.
that's what you need. I would say 2, probably a baseball game.
Oh, okay.
Still probably wouldn't be my first choice to have a beer though. I'm not a big beer guy, but
Okay. Well, just say beverage. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
beverage.
beverage.
Yeah.
definitely golf.
Okay.
1.
All right.
2, sports bar. 3,
Ooh, chills.
blackjack table.
Wow, what a weird third
Just a
one.
great
What
spot.
a weird
It's a
third
great
one.
place to get like obnoxiously fucked up in like an hour.
I mean, we
off free
did that.
drinks. Exactly.
We literally
great time,
did
But
that.
it's so fun. Yeah.
It is fun. Mine are gonna be one is on a boat. I love being on a boat.
Okay.
Somehow Jersey Shore summers, you go out
Yeah.
on a buddy's boat or on a boat, and you just busting over some beverages, dude. You get some Morgan Wallen playing. My buddy down here has a boat at his lake. You just get dirty. Just get dirty on the boat with a couple beverages. I think 2 would be. I like being outdoors. Like I'm an outdoor guy. I would say either like on a beach or like
Never
at a restaurant sitting outside
by the beach.
by the beach.
I would say that.
You
I
know
like the
what I'm saying?
restaurant more.
Like
yeah.
a restaurant outside.
Yeah, yeah.
Would love a
Like a
beverage
little
there.
patio on the beach.
3rd would be. I'm gonna turn the clock back, dude. 3rd, just like drinking while playing games.
Oh yeah, like little bags.
Like, yeah, dude. Like, I can't wait to like go home for the summer for a little bit and like go to my buddy's house and just test some gravity with some dice with a couple
test some
beverages, dude. Like, there's just nothing better than that.
yeah,
I think those would be my 3. Those would be
Century Cup. You ever played that
Century
game?
Cup is
The
fun. Yep.
Dude,
Mhm.
that game. Is
Century
so
Cup is fun. We like to play. I mean, we love to play die. We like to play. Have you ever played 3-person die?
Mm-mm.
Dude.
Just same thing with 3 people.
No. So you go. So there's 1 cup here.
Okay.
And then you have like your cups. Like you go one
There's one in
person
the middle.
one person in the middle, and then you have
The
your
2
cups on the
corners.
ground, but you
Oh, on
have
the
your
ground.
buddies are on the side of the table. And how it works is the die goes up, and because there's 3 people, the first person that touches it has to pass it to a teammate,
okay.
and then you catch it.
So it's kind of like a spike ball.
Yes,
Where like you got to
yes.
set it up.
Yes,
and then
yes,
you
yes,
just
yes,
catch
yes,
it instead of
yes.
throwing it down.
It's so much fun, dude. You go 3v3 and like it bounces and your teammate has like tap to you and then you gotta grab it. Yeah. But then if it goes in the cup, like everyone has you like have side beverages that you have to drink and then like everyone drinks out. Yeah. So much fun, dude. So much fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. But I just can't wait to like
little baseball.
There's nothing better, dude. We'll be like we'll be down the shore, some Morgan's playing, and you're just having a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sounds amazing.
Like I feel like you can't beat that shit.
You can't.
Thanks for the welcome back, Sage Phoenix. Appreciate you. All right, let's run the graphic, talk about what happened in the world last night. There's a lot that happened I kind of want to talk about, so let's run it. Segment of the morning after where we talk about what happened in the news last night. Josh, I had a disaster last night. I had an absolute disaster last night.
Hey, dude.
And when I say disaster, Josh, I don't just mean like facetiously a disaster. I mean a full-blown disaster last night. 2 NBA games happened last night. Let's start with the Bulls, and then we'll get to my disaster because the next game led into my night full of disasters.
The Bulls might have captured the flag. They might have done it. They might have done it. They might have done it.
They might have done it. That's not where I was going to start.
But
they
might have done it.
I just want I'm not a big I'm trying to become not a large I told you so person because I think those are the worst kind of people. But there was something about that game yesterday, if we cut back the tape, where I just didn't 100% think the Bulls were going to win.
You definitely didn't.
And it also confused me that the spread moved for the Bulls. At tip, it was -2 for the Bulls. I think what just happened is exactly what we talked about was going to happen.
We stink.
No.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero happened. And you said it. Like last time you played him in the play-in, he busted. And Tyler Hero is one of these guys where he's not very consistent, but against the teams he busts on, he consistently busts.
Yeah.
And 8 for 8, 100% shooting 23 points in the first half. That you can't come back from that a little bit, it feels like. You know what I mean? That not only does that kill your confidence, but it's also when you know a guy is on like that, you're sitting there going like, what the fuck? We can't do anything. And it's not like a couple of the shots are wide open, just bad defense, but a lot of them were contested. And it's like, dude, when a guy is on like that, other than being a Bulls fan, it is fun to watch. Like watching Tyler Hero when he's on like that is very fun.
Yeah, I wasn't like too upset watching it. Like, dude, I mean, we win this game, we lose the next one or in the first round. So it's like
100%.
There's not much to it. Like that, my heart wasn't in this game.
No,
it didn't hurt that much.
Definitely not, dude. Also, yeah, Caleb Love pulled up, or no, Caleb Williams pulled up.
He did pull up
the game, threw a pick.
Yeah, he threw a pick.
That's kind of embarrassing.
Dude, that shit that he was wearing was sick. That sweater, whatever the fuck that was. He just like gets like. There's no way Nike made that sweater. Where the fuck did that come from?
Who's he sitting next
to? John Jackson, it's his buddy from USC. He's like on the practice team for the Bears.
Okay,
he's a receiver. It's like his best friend. He was at USC and then transferred to Utah State, and then the Bears signed him last year.
Nice. But yeah, it was definitely I will say though, I think it's funny that the Bulls went and did this whole, bot fest. We're just going to trade for all these bench players. And then the bench had 3 points last night. Yeah. So that was kind of funny. I will say though, when I watched that game, the Heat, the Heat are just in my head, just cooked. Like the fact that Alec Burks is in a starting lineup is just, you're cooked. Like as a Knicks fan, Alec Burks should never be a starter. And once he was in the starting lineup, they're cooked in terms of like they need to do a lot of work this offseason. The Bulls have really good pieces, dude. Like Josh Giddey,
he's good.
As much as he's a bot, he's a phenomenal like third, fourth piece on a championship winning team, I believe. He does everything. Yeah. He does everything. And the only reason why he's scoring and shooting as much as he is right now in the Bulls is because there's no one else.
Yeah, he wouldn't be shooting as much as he would.
Whereas I feel like he's the perfect facilitator, dude. He can drive, he can dish, he also rebounds really well.
I mean, he's what, 23, 24 years old?
If I'm a Bulls fan, loved Josh Giddey.
Yeah, he looked good.
Bazella struggled.
Yeah.
Which was a little bit disappointing. I think, you said it and I definitely believed it because I believed it as well. I thought this was going to a little bit be the Bazella's coming out game where you went, holy crap, this is the kid that they've been talking about. And it just felt like he just couldn't find a rhythm.
Yeah, he couldn't.
It didn't seem like the defense was that staunch on trying to take him out of the game, but it just felt like he couldn't find a rhythm. And it was also his first big game.
Giddy was also like, to start the game, he was chucking. Giddy was shooting every single possession.
100%. The only person on the Bulls that I don't know what to think about is Kobe White. I don't know if he's good. I don't know if he's bad. I don't know if it's a Quentin Grimes on the Sixers where everyone is just that bad that he has to score 22 points. But there was a couple times in that game when I was watching where I was just confused about Kobe White. Like, it seems like possession by possession, he goes from being really good to fucking horrific.
Yeah.
And I don't know what is what with him.
I think he's good. I think our actual problem is Vooch. Like, get rid of fucking
he
Vooch.
is
Patrick Williams.
horrific.
Patrick Williams, we re-signed him. We picked him like, I think it was like 6th overall 5 years ago. We fucking re-signed him after he was actually terrible. Like, he does fucking literally nothing on the offensive end. 4th. Took him 4th. Fucking literally nothing on the offensive end. And we re-sign him to like $20-some million. He makes like a ton of money. Comes in the game, has 0 stats in 15 minutes. He is awful. Awful.
Shout out.
They called him the paw coming in the league. The paw instead of the claw. Mini Kawhi.
Shout out Felicio.
Felicio. Yeah.
Felicio. Is he not
Cristiano
the same guy?
Felicio.
Is he not the same guy?
No,
he's
he's
the
not.
same guy.
No, he's a little
like
better
the
than
same
him.
guy.
Dude, Felicio. Felicio is literally like Make-A-Wish
He's
level.
a cult hero. For just stealing money, dude. For just stealing money in the most outrageous way possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't get a read on Kobe White last night watching that. And I haven't watched a lot of Bulls game this year. I know he put up some crazy stats, player of the month, player of the week, but I just couldn't get a read on him last night in terms of being like, is he good enough where if I'm rebuilding the Bulls, he's like a main piece, or if he's a bridge player?
Oh, he's not a main piece, I don't think. I think ideally he's like, he's a shooting guard. He's not a point guard.
Yeah,
so like
100%,
Giddy's the point guard, and he's just like a catch and shoot guy. Like, go to the rack, like, I don't know. He's just like a versatile scorer at shooting guard. I think that we need someone that can like go get a bucket by themselves, though. He's not really great at going.
And Bazel's isn't either. You can tell Bazel still struggles to get to his spot a little bit.
I think that he's just not fully developed, like physically. I think that's what it is. Dude, like him going to the rack, though, like
he is good.
He is disgusting going to the rack. So, like, I think once he gets a little more bulk on him and like he can actually put a body on someone and create some space, he'll get a little better.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he's definitely like athletic enough. I mean, he's fucking like 6'7", 6'8", and he's massive. 6'9". I think he might be like 6'9", actually.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
If I'm a Heat fan, though, I don't know how I feel about this team. It just feels like, you know, when you watch Jimmy Butler pull up 38 for the Warriors, and like there's definitely a part of Heat fans where you go, well, what the hell are we doing? I mean, you love having Hero and Bam, but that roster outside of Hero and Bam is one of the worst in the league, dude. Like, I mean, Wiggins is just not a guy that should be getting quality minutes in 2025 on your roster.
He started off well. He kind of like put his foot on the Bulls' throat to start the game. And then Tyler Hero finished it.
And it just feels like you still have that weight of Duncan Robinson on the roster who just has done nothing.
Yeah, that's
it seems like for the better part of 14 years now. If it literally feels like he's been in the league for 14 years and he did something in the bubble and got paid for it and has done nothing since.
Yeah, he does have a strap sometimes. When he's on, it's just fun. That's why you got to keep him.
But he's never on, it feels like.
Yeah, but he is sometimes.
It's just so rarely is Duncan Robinson on. So I don't really know what the Bulls are or what the Heat are building. But I don't know. If I'm a Heat fan, I don't know how I feel. Like, that's a good win. Now you play the Hawks, correct?
Yeah, I mean, these games are meaningless.
They're meaningless.
That's what I fucking hate about the NBA. It's like these games are meaningless because like whoever wins these next games is going to lose in the first round to both teams.
For sure.
Like,
I mean, the Heat have no chance. I think
Hawks
the Hawks have a better chance of making it a series for whoever they play. I think the Heat have no chance.
I just think the Cavs are like, their defense is just like, they're just too well rounded of a team against these two teams.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Like, these two teams have one player, and the Cavs are a full team. It's like even the Mavs and the Grizz, like they're not gonna fucking, who's the 1 seed? They're not gonna beat the fucking Thunder. There's no chance.
Yeah,
there's no chance.
I don't think
that's
so.
what I hate. It's like, just fucking let a team.
I think the Thunder would struggle against Anthony Davis with the size.
Yeah.
I
but
agree.
it's just like, well, they have these like playing games for no reason. It's like just let a team in because whoever's getting there is losing either way.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think Davion Mitchell and Khalil Ware are pretty good for the Heat as well. But I don't know if I'm a Heat fan. Like this season just feels like a wash because you lost Jimmy Butler, and it feels like the Pat Riley era is starting to boil a little bit in terms of the fan base and him. Mm-hmm. So
it's so hard though to get on him.
It is
for anything.
so hard, dude. But it feels like the fan base. It feels like we're reaching a boiling point a little bit where the fan base is kind of over his bullshit, and now players are coming out being like Heat culture is kind of a nightmare to play for. But you know, if I'm a Heat fan, I mean, Tyler Hero's phenomenal. Like, if anything needs to shake, that kid needs to be there for the rest of his career. I mean, Bam Adebayo is just one of these guys where it just feels like I don't know why for the past 3 years I've been waiting for him to make like an Anthony Davis level leap in terms of his skill and ability.
He's a star. He's just not.
Yeah, he's just not going to be a superstar, which I think is a little frustrating because I love Bam and I think he has it. But yeah, I mean, weird game. It was always the Heat plus 2.5, I guess. I mean, if you're a Bulls fan, you're really just hoping for Cooper Flagg. This doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at all. All right, let's go to my disaster of a night. I hate the Mavericks, dude. I've grown to just absolutely hate the Mavericks, and it's really just I hate Nico Harrison. Mm-hmm. And I just hate that he shows up to every game. I don't know a lot of GMs that show up to like away games and shit, like meaningless regular season away games. Mm. And I mean, I guess in a playing game, you'd want your GM there, home, like whatever it is, win or go home. Yeah, you probably want to be there. I just hate they cut to his smug face at every game he's at, and it just drives me up a wall, dude. But so I was watching the game. First of all, shout out Devin Carter. Demon 3 came home.
Come on.
Fryer.
Come on, Fryer.
First shot of the game in the corner. Bang.
First shot of the game.
He took his
first shot of the game. I was going to say it was the first shot of the game.
Was in the corner. Bang.
Let's go.
And I was like, dude, maybe the Kings are going to do it. The Kings are going to do what I think they should do and send these dirty Mavericks home because this team deserves to not be in the playoffs. This Mavericks team deserves not to be in the playoffs with how they've handled themselves this year. Not the players, but the front office. He doesn't deserve to watch a Mavericks playoff run. And it was a 5-point game. The Mavs are up 5. And I was watching the Kings, and they were like, I watched DeMar jiggle, shake, mid-ranger, bang. I was like, okay, I think the Kings are going to outlast Klay Thompson and this horrific backcourt that the Mavericks have right now with everybody injured. Mm-hmm. Minus 132. Shout out Goots. I paid juice for Kings money line live down 5. They were favored. So I was like, again, like the books might not know. The books know.
Yeah.
I'm about to squeak in here minus 132 so that when they're minus 200, I feel like a genie. Josh, you can go back and find the exact spot that I clicked the button, Sacramento Kings money line live. Because the Mavericks went on a 16-0 run, went on to score 44 points in the second quarter alone to the Sacramento Kings 19. My wager spawned down 25 at the half. Right after I clicked the button, it was like a 20-0 run. And I had to watch that game while it happened because I placed the live wager and I was like, you know what? I'm going to lock in for this Kings team right now. And then I did the dumb thing that I shouldn't have done, which is right before I went to bed. I listened back to our episode yesterday. And for about 15 minutes, we talked about how Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and the rest of that Kings roster are the epitome of losing basketball.
Yeah.
And they will never win at anything because they play losing basketball and they have losing mentality players. And we could not have been more right, dude. I watched DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine get blown by.
Yeah, they can't play defense.
Get blown by.
Yeah.
By actual role players on the Mavericks. And do nothing on the offensive end when there's actual defense. DeMar DeRozan has been in the NBA for 16 years. He still can't hit a wide open corner 3.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine has been in a 2-time, 3-time, maybe all-star in the National Basketball Association, and he still cannot get a bucket in a game where the other team is playing an iota of defense.
Yeah, I mean,
like those two are the most embarrassing faces of a franchise in the NBA. And when DeMar DeRozan gets in the post-game press conference, he's like, yeah, it really hasn't set in. I've been in this league for 16 years. Probably in the next 2 days, it's going to set in with, that we lost this game. So, brother, you've been in the league 16 years. You ain't got on one run because you don't play winning basketball. You suck.
Yeah.
Shout out the new sub. I can't see it, but shout out the new sub. Did he say anything? Maybe I can. Hold on. You go, though. Because I'm just pissed at myself because there's not many times that we're right. And it's not many times that we're right in that analysis. And then the fact that I live bet it and then watched it happen. Like if I'm an NBA GM right now, there are 2 players I will never go and get. And it's Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, and
Sabonis is up there too, by the way. He doesn't play winning basketball either. He was getting out-bodied and outplayed in every facet of the game.
I think he can. I think they just surrounded him by losers. But I don't think our take was like that crazy to say that they played losing basketball. We saw them play together in Chicago.
Then they were minus 5.5.
I know, but we saw them play in Chicago together for 4 years and they fucking sucked. Like they were terrible. And then like the Kings just think they get them in a different jersey and they're going to be different. Like they're 2 guys that can't play together, one, and they're also 2 guys that can't play by themselves.
Well, they played the same game. They suck.
Yeah, they suck. Yeah. Like we're not really surprised. It's just like it happened before and then you just get the same. I've never seen that happen, I don't think, in a sport. Like where something didn't work in one place and then another team was like, oh, let's get that exact situation and put it in our team. No different.
And it's also just so frustrating, Josh, because like I'm sitting there watching the game. One, absolutely donated on a live wager, paid juice. Paid juice. I paid juice for Kings Moneyline Live. Imagine that. I paid juice for Kings Moneyline Live. I paid juice for Kings Moneyline Live. And then watch those 2 just shit down their leg. Like they suck, dude. Yeah. They suck.
They do.
And I don't want to be overly mean. Because we said it and I made the mistake. So I'm an idiot. You know what I mean? Like in this scenario, I am the idiot. However, Devin Carter's goated. He's going to be so good in the NBA. He might be the best Friar to ever play in the NBA by the end of his career. I genuinely believe that. They're giving a rookie bulk minutes in a playoff game and he's going 1 for 1 from 3 in the corner. I think he's ended with 9 points.
I mean, I don't think that him being the best Friar is like that crazy.
Well, Chris Dunn.
Exactly.
Goated.
Exactly.
Goated in the playoffs right now. Goated in the playoffs right now. Goated in the playoffs.
I would not call Chris Dunn goated.
But I will say this. I'm going to remove my bias.
Go.
Like I'm putting in AirPods. If I'm a Mavericks fan that still believes, and I'm a Mavericks fan that is still on the train, there's a glimmer of hope at the end of this tunnel for the Mavericks. And it's that the problem was never that Anthony Davis isn't good. That was never the problem with the trade. I feel like a lot of times, even when I talk about the trade, it's Anthony Davis, injury prone, whatever it is. Anthony Davis is still a top 10 player in the NBA when he's healthy. He's incredible, dude. He's incredible.
Very good.
And when you watch a game like that, you go, okay, this is Anthony Davis. Like, I think we forgot the Mavericks got Anthony Davis, but they gave away someone that's a top 2 player in the NBA in Luka Doncic. So you got top 10, but you gave away top 2. And that trade doesn't work in my brain. It will never work in my brain. Anthony Davis is good, man.
He is good.
Like, you can win games just with Anthony Davis. And I don't hate it. I don't hate it. But I'm starting to not. And I don't love it, but I don't mind this Dinwiddie, Thompson, Davis trio they have going on with PJ Washington to cover whenever he needs to come in there and do something. Like, they completely took Sabonis out of the game.
Yeah.
Completely took him out of the game. PJ Washington played great defense. They took Zach LaVine out of the game. Klay Thompson is not still Klay Thompson. I think he, much like we were talking about Duncan Robinson right now, when he's on, he's on. But when he's off, he's very much off. And that's the Klay Thompson experience as of right now. Klay Thompson, his prime, was on every night of the week. Didn't matter. You give him 5 shots, by the 5th shot, he's on.
It's all.
This Mavericks team, I think, as much as I hate to say it, as much as I hate Nico Harrison, and I think he's a piece of shit, if they can win their next game and they can beat the Grizzlies, they could be a serious problem for anyone that they play, even the Thunder, dude, because I'm watching that game, dude, and I'm betting on the Kings, and I'm sitting there watching Anthony Davis go to work. And it's like, he is still Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
And they do have a ton of talent on that roster. I think it is just frustrating that they got rid of Luka and they did Luka so dirty, and that's why it's hard to look at this team without bias. And when I bet on the Kings, it was completely biased because I wanted to see the Mavericks go home. I wanted Nico Harrison to have to go home to a sad little twin bed and be like, shit, I did it, and I blew it.
Yeah.
But if I'm removing my bias, the Mavericks are a good basketball team still.
Yeah, they're definitely. I don't think anyone was arguing that they were going to be bad. It was just they let go of maybe the best player in the league. But
100%.
I don't think they're going to win this game. I think they would need Kyrie to like actually do something. And also, like the Grizzlies being -6.5 tomorrow is just. I mean, they might wipe the floor with them.
They were +5.5 last night, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but we knew that that's not a team that wins big games. Like I feel like Ja Morant actually, like in the play-ins in his career, he shows up and like plays pretty damn well.
Mm-hmm.
We know Zach LaVine. We knew Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan were doing.
I know.
Like we knew that. So
Damn.
also Edie. I mean,
Damn.
Edie's obviously not good, but like definitely a big body that AD is going to have more trouble with than Sabonis.
I think Edie's gonna have a lot of trouble with AD and Gafford, though, which is I think the
Well, yeah, but it's gonna be a lot more physical of a game. Is what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
AD's not just gonna be able to do whatever he wants in the paint.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I'd be scared of the Mavericks if I'm in the West. I'd want them to get eliminated right now. If I'd want them to lose to the Grizzlies bad if I'm the Thunder. To be honest with you, I would
much rather play the Grizzlies.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. If I'm a Thunder fan right now, I'm rooting for the Grizzlies. But yeah, I mean, the West is just so strong, dude. The West is so strong. A team like the Mavericks, if they were in the East right now, wouldn't even be in the play-in. So I think it's just tough that the West is so strong.
It is.
But my disaster continued, Josh. So I took the Kings money line live, paid juice. Paid juice for Kings money line. Can you believe that I paid juice for Kings money line live? Like that still to this, like,
yeah, that might
this
be,
morning still stung, dude.
I'm sure.
And by the way, I just want to put this out there as well. I'm struggling mentally this morning. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm just not fully there. I'm just having one of those mornings. I don't know what it is about it, but I just want to be transparent with everyone. Definitely struggling this morning. I don't know what battle I'm fighting right now, but I'm struggling with something. I need to figure out what it is, but just wanted everyone to know. My disaster continued. Paid juice for Kings money line live. Minus 132. Can you imagine paying 32 cents a juice?
32 cents?
Minus 132, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine paying 32 basis points of juice?
It's a lot of juice.
32 basis points of juice.
Exactly.
After that, I jumped in the Discord just to chat with the boys because I was in motion. They were playing 2K. Trent might be one of the worst corner shooters in potentially the entire of the video game, but somehow 99 overall, cheddar. So I'm in the Discord. I'm like, yeah, boys, I'm in Moose Piss. Is anyone else in Moose Piss? Here comes Lockie. Saw the tweet. He goes, don't worry. If you like them, then you can get the Kings plus 16.5. Immediately almost left the Discord, but decided to stay. While I'm in the Discord, I'm hearing all the boys sweating their wagers. I had no live wagers left because I'm a moose shit gambler. And I decided to go, all right, boys. How about a little heat check? How about a little, I just paid juice for the Kings heat check. Dodgers minus 2.5 live, paid juice minus 128. In the Discord, buzzing with the gentlemen, buzzing with the fellas. Talking to Jovan, I thought, what if I just had a quick heat check in me? What if I had one more live bet in me, dude? Just a fucking quick heat check. Just a quick heat check on Dodgers minus 2.5 playing the worst team in the goddamn MLB. What if I took the best team ever created in the Major League Baseball history against the worst team ever put together in Major League Baseball, the Rockies right now?
Mm-hmm.
Minus 2.5, paid juice, minus 128. They won by 1 run against the fucking Rockies. In what world do you have Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, Teoscar, whoever the fuck else? Do you not cover minus 2.5 against the Colorado Rockies? In what world? In what world So I heat checked the Dodgers -2.5, paid juice mania -128 for them to win by 1 run. Disaster of a night, dude. Disaster of a night.
The fucking Doyers, dude.
Dude, it was a disaster night. It was a disaster night. And I told everyone in the Discord, I said, heat check Dodgers -2.5. Dodgers -2.5. Can you believe it? Dodgers -2.5 heat check?
I can't believe he did that.
Can you believe it? Dodgers -2.5 heat check.
Did Trent get in your ear?
No. He was so focused because apparently, I guess Trent's actually been really good at 2K lately. And then the minute I joined, he just went Iceman. And he was like, Mikey, I hate you watching this, dude. I'm normally cheddar. So then, like, I was watching, he went 3 for 15 in the game I was watching from 3. I was literally sitting there, like, every possession just go, cheddar. Cheddar. So he was like, dude, he was actually dialed in on. It was the first time I've ever seen someone, I guess you can go to the gym and practice.
Yeah.
He had to hit the gym and practice in 2K because the jumper just wasn't clicking.
That's insane.
So no, he couldn't have been less dialed on the board. Like he wasn't trying to tell me to go one way or the other. He was just so dialed in.
That's crazy that you went that way by yourself. -2.
It was just a heat check. They were up 1. And I was like, dude, the pitching change is coming for the Rockies. I guarantee some shitter's coming in and they're going to take them to the cleaners. And then what do you know? Josh, I also, by the way, cooked a 6-man late night. Took Hwang Seong-bin, more than 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs in the KBO. He has 4. Took Victor Hovland, less than strokes. He's at 19 right now.
He's 2 under.
I took Max Homa, birdies are better, at 4. He's currently pushing P.
He's got 4 right now.
I took Zizou Bergs in tennis, more than fantasy score. That's green as a gob.
Wow.
And then I rounded it off with 2 squares, Josh. I took Luke Littler, more than 180s thrown,
Okay.
4.5.
When is that?
145.
Okay.
And then, Josh, I rounded it off. Caitlin Clark 3's season-long average at 3 flat.
That just actually sounds like it's going to hit, too. Like, that's actually going to hit. Then you just need Caitlin. You're going to do the same shit again.
If Luke Littler just does his job and we get to move to Caitlin Clark season-long 3-point made per game average,
that'd be incredible.
That would be a sweat of all sweats.
That would be incredible.
100 pays 2,500.
That would be awesome. That would be fucking awesome.
And I cooked that after I took Dodgers -2.5 live. And I literally, everyone was like, dude, what do you know about Hwang Seong-bin? What do you know about Zizou Bergs? And I said, dude, you better fucking wake up and learn Zizou Bergs, dude. Kid's a goat. But just and I put it in my Discord, by the way. So people could have tailed. I also dropped link in Discord of this 6-man. People could have tailed, dude. People could have tailed my late night sesh. My late night seshi. My seshiana.
I can't believe that you did that again. It's like actually going to have a chance.
Caitlin Clark
like
threes.
the Wemby thing, yeah.
Caitlin Clark 3s.
It's going to have a chance to get to Caitlin Clark 3s.
I mean, if it gets Caitlin Clark 3s, we're in business. Which, by the way, I can't wait for Caitlin Clark to play basketball again. I'm actually really excited. Shut the fuck up, take the fever. I cannot wait for that to happen again. It's like my favorite time of the year. I just love watching her play basketball. She's one of my favorite athletes.
Already the GOAT.
But so disasters, Josh.
Yes.
Disasters were happening all over the place last night. And then I also tailed, because we put out a graphic. Krabs was 13-1 the past 2 days. I thought, you know what, Krabby? I'm tailing the whole card. Bring out the whole card. Bring out the whole ocean. I'm tailing the whole card from Krabs. Tailing the whole card. Posted his plays. Opened my book. Tailed every play. Tagged the Bookit tracker. I said, hey, Bookit tracker, do me a favor. Put all these plays on me and put the crab emoji next to him. 1 and 4. How about it, huh?
Yeah.
How about the Mikey Over's curse? We don't talk about that enough. How about it? That shit stanks, don't it? That shit fucking stanks, don't it? I killed Krabs' hot streak.
You killed Krabs' hot streak. You killed Trent in 2K.
I killed the Dodgers. I sent the Kings home.
Yeah, you killed
in one night.
You did not send the Kings home.
In one night.
That we won't put on you. That's on the silly gooses over there in Sacramento.
Silly gooses. In one night, I ended 3 things. Yeah, normally in a year, you get one thing that you ended and you're like, shit. In one night, I ended 3 things.
Hovland just birdied again, by the way. 3 under.
Why was I so dialed on golf, dude?
He's 3 under through 6. This course is playing super easy. Everyone.
Why was I so dialed on golf?
I think you could have taken like anybody.
Not Homa. He's like 4 over right now.
You got the birdies though?
Yeah.
He's got 4 birdies.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Dude, I was dialed in. I'm telling you. Wow. I was dialed in. But yeah, I mean, it was just, the disaster of a night.
Mm-hmm.
A disaster on the books. Disaster on the prize picks. Bazella sold. Trout sold. I will tell you what, though, if people were listening to the show, my hero, PJ Washington, did hit. So shout out me. That was one of the only lineups we hit.
That was a good call.
Also was told last night that, I can never just find my spots with the people that work here. I was told last night that Rav's considered a shark on prize picks yesterday because he's hitting so many lineups. Tailed one of his 2 lineups. Potentially worst lineup of year. Of course, it was just, and then the other one hits, and I got to go on the feed and see
the other one. Oh.
Yeah, it's just classic. I got to open the feed, see that one getting splooged on while I'm holding the fucking red gob.
Of course.
So it's just, I just can't pick my spots.
Yeah.
I try to be a good guy, and I try to get involved, and then it never goes my way. So today it's all me. Yeah. Today it's all me.
I like that.
Today it is all me.
I like that.
And now I understand, by the way, the people that get frustrated with us when they're like, dude, of course the one that I didn't tail fucking turned green. It's actually
so annoying.
Fucking annoying. Like
it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's just like
no, it's
in
just
general.
Like, it's
so
just
annoying.
Yeah. Like it is like I understand like when I used to post like 2 to 3 lineups a day and like 2 of them or 1 of them would come home and I post it. Like I now understand why games would be like, dude, the ones that I tail never like I get it. Now I get the frustration. I just want you guys to know I'm with you. I'm only posting 1 lineup a day. I'm like, there are some squares around that I like, but 1 lineup a day so we can all be together.
Keep the cake away.
Tailing and fading is an art form. I get it now. I get it. I get it. I get it, guys. I get it. All right. Well, here's the other thing I want to talk about really quickly as well, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we are looking at the NBA playoffs starting to come to shape, keep in mind I do have 2 futures on the Knicks to win the NBA championship. I've completely
keep that in mind.
I've completely chalked those though.
Okay.
Completely chalked those. We might lose to the Pistons. I just feel like we're coming into it really bad vibes and really, 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 really horrendous play.
I really hope you don't.
And that never works. So I've chalked those.
Okay.
I know we talked about our long shots to win the NBA championship the other day. There are 2 teams that I believe I'm going to place futures on, and I wanted to talk through them with you.
Okay.
I'm taking the Lakers.
Yeah.
Out of the West. I'm trying to pick a team in the West and the
What it
East
means,
to
yeah.
root for.
Okay.
Obviously, the Knicks rooting. I will not place my future on another team until the Knicks get eliminated. So I just want that said as well. I will not be rooting for 2 fucking teams in the East. That will never happen. I will never do that. I'm not a bastard fraud. So I will wait until the Knicks are eliminated, but we will be eliminated. Could be sooner than you think. However, I'm taking -7.5 game 1 because you can't come into the Garden and win game 1. It's not happening. The Lakers in the West are going to be my team that I'm like genuinely pulling for, rooting for, and will put money on because I genuinely believe they could do it. My only problem is, though, Josh, the other team in the West that I think can do it is the Timberwolves, and they're playing each other. Which puts me in a little bit of a pickle and a little bit of dilemma. Because you're about to get playoff Dante. The kid's unshakable when it comes to the playoffs. That's like what he's good at. Even in the regular season for the Knicks, he was never impressive. Once the playoffs hit, that kid becomes like the most rock solid mental you've ever seen in your entire life. And he just is like someone you can lean on in every spot. So I think the Knicks, I think the Lakers are going to struggle with a guy like Dante in the playoffs because he's Austin Reeves in the playoffs. Like what the Lakers have in Austin Reeves is what Dante DiVincenzo becomes in the playoffs. So that was the moral dilemma I went through last night when trying to pick my team in the West because it was either the Timberwolves or the Lakers, but they just happen to be playing each other. But I'm going to give the edge to the Lakers because unfortunately, Anthony Edwards is just not at the spot in his career yet where I think he can beat Luka Doncic. And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
That's what it comes down to. In the East, other than the Knicks, I really, 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 like genuinely, and it's going to sound a little crazy. It might sound a little stupid. I want to call my shot with this Milwaukee Bucks team, dude. Like, I really want to call my shot with this Milwaukee Bucks team and go, if someone were to squeak out of the East that no one's paying attention to, that still has a top 5 player in the NBA on the roster that nobody wants to talk about, it's playoff Giannis.
That is very true. I actually like them a lot too. I like them a lot too. I find it really hard to believe that anyone's going to beat the Celtics again.
No.
I just think they're just like boring.
Well, I can't do that.
I know, but I think they're just like boring. Like everyone's kind of over them, but like I don't think the East is really close, to be honest. The West, I could see 4 different teams, 5 different teams.
I agree. I think the Nuggets could somehow squeak.
I kind of like the Nuggets too. I think the Warriors are going to be my team, I think, from the West.
Okay.
I just think those odds are insane. I think you have Jimmy Butler, who has proven he can carry a team through the entire playoffs to a finals. And then if they can get there, they have Steph Curry. Like, I don't know. I feel like them being plus 1,600 is insane.
It's also so cool that Jimmy Butler was like, he's my Batman and I'm Robin. It's like, fuck, dude, that's sick. Stuff like that just gets me like erect for sports. Like when guys like just buy into each other, like just something about that just gets me like so horny for sports. Like just like Jimmy Butler goes up there, who's been Batman his entire career everywhere he goes, and he goes, I'm Robin, he's Batman. It's like, fuck, dude. That's how good Steph Curry is, though, that everyone bends the knee.
Everyone.
KD bent the knee, Clay bent the knee, Jimmy bent the knee. Everyone bends the knee. That's how good Steph Curry is.
Well, they just probably watch him in practice one time. He's like, oh my God, he doesn't miss.
Or you play with him one time and you're like, holy shit, I don't even have to be the best player on the floor.
Yeah.
I don't have to be exhausted. Jimmy Butler probably for the first time ever walked away from a playoff game when I could feel my knees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I could feel my knees. But I'm Bucks and Lakers are my choices right now. Obviously the Knicks, but once the Knicks get eliminated, if the Bucks are still in, I will be placing a future on the Bucks. But today I'm going to place a future on the Lakers because I just, dude, they're so good. Yeah. And Luke has done it with worse rosters.
It would just be so fun. So fun for them to win.
So fun. So fun. And I'm a newly minted LeBron fan too. After he went on Pat McAfee, being able to watch him kind of talk about his career and stuff like that. So I am in on LeBron now as well. But I mean, dude, Luke has done it with worse teams and worse teams and worse number 2 options because he's the number 1 on the Lakers, by the way. It's not LeBron James. He's the number 1.
No, yeah. I mean,
he's done it with worse number 2s and he's done it with worse rosters. And now he has the Lakers. So
also, we've never seen LeBron be a number 2, like a true number 2.
So maybe first year in the Heat, but I agree. There's Dwayne Wade kind of.
LeBron's still the guy.
I agree. He took his talent to South Beach. I also think this too, Josh. I think the Lakers might have the best coach in the West. And I think JJ Redick. I don't disagree.
Who knows?
Who would you put above him? Not Thibodeau. He's a fucking bum.
Pop, Spoelstra.
That
might be it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone in the West?
No. Pop.
Yeah, maybe Pop.
But that's just only like legacy. I don't even know if he's still a better coach than him. I think Spoelstra is actually a better coach. Like Spoelstra, like going into Chicago, like I don't even like with that roster and just beating the shit out of them is insane. Like no matter who you are, like you literally have 1 good player, 2 good players.
Do you think Kerr's a good coach, or do you think he just got Steph?
I think Kerr's probably a good manager. Kerr reminds me of Phil Jackson, kind of. Where like they're like everyone's like, oh, he's not a great coach, but he's just a great manager of personalities, which is kind of like what Phil Jackson got credit for. With like you have Scottie Pippen, fucking Dennis Rodman, Michael Jordan. That's why Kerr's the head coach of the USA basketball team. That's all you have to do. Like you're not really there to coach guys. They're the fucking best players in the world. You're kind of there just to allow them to like mesh, help them mesh.
I can agree with that. I just think we're about to see playoff JJ Redick too, in a coach form, and that's kind of cool.
It is gonna be sick.
I think that's gonna be fun too. And I want to root for the Lakers. However, though, Josh, I will say this too. Can you guess the other team in the West that I was debating between, other than the Timberwolves and the Lakers? When I was seriously trying to decide.
Is it Houston?
It is not Houston. It is not Houston.
Oh, the Clippers.
The Clippers.
I know you like them.
I think the Clippers could go on a little run here too, dude. I think they're a scary ass team too if I'm in the West. If Kawhi turns it on
talking-
in the playoffs and Harden keeps playing the way he's been playing, they're dangerous as shit.
Yeah,
Dude.
no one's talking about him either.
They're dangerous as shit. But I'm going Lakers, and then I'm going to wait for the Knicks to get eliminated because we're just not playing good ball. And I'm going to go Bucks in the East.
Okay.
As the two teams that I really, 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 really like.
I think I'll go.
Yeah, who would you go?
I'm going to go with the Warriors in the West.
Okay.
I do want the Lakers to win, but I'm going to go with the Warriors. And I think in the East, I'm just going to go with the Celtics.
Oh, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Like we did for March Madness. Who is your favorite team to win the NBA championship? Could be any team.
Okay.
Who is your dark horse to make a conference final? Who is your dark horse to win the NBA finals? And then who is your long shot to win the NBA finals?
Favorite to win the NBA finals.
It could be any team.
Boring. Actually, no, not boring. Let's go with the Warriors. I'm going to go with the Warriors. They're my favorite team to win the NBA finals.
Wow.
What are we doing? Long shot? Or
We'll
no?
go favorite to win the NBA
Favorite?
finals, long shot to win the NBA, or dark horse to win the NBA finals, long shot to win the NBA finals.
Dark horse to win the NBA finals. I will go with.
So this could be like a mediocre, like middle of the pack team.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
have to be like a real long shot. The long
I'll go
shot's
with-
next.
I'll go with the. I'll go with the Pacers. The Pacers. For no reason. There's just no other teams that I think have any chance. I feel like
That's your
just-
dark horse?
yeah, they're a dark horse. And I know you're gonna take the Bucks. I'm gonna go with the Pacers.
The Bucks are going to be my long shot. Who's your long shot?
I'll go with the Grizzlies because I think they're gonna knock out the Mavs.
Fuck.
I mean, there's not that many teams to choose from.
You got Warriors, Pacers, Grizzlies.
Yeah, there's not that many teams to choose from, dude.
I'm going to go favorite to win the NBA Finals. I think it's the Los Angeles Lakers. I think you're just getting a Luka Doncic that's just so pissed off right now and playing unbelievable basketball. And by the way, he's also playing with LeBron James.
Mhm.
I think dark horse to win the NBA Finals. I would like to say the Knicks. I would really, really, really like to say the Knicks and that Thibodeau figures it out. But I think by the second round, that team's going to be so gassed that we're not going to be able to do it. So if it were not the Knicks, I would say dark horse Clippers. I think the Clippers are a really good team that no one's talking about right now. And I would like to think that I would like to think the champion's going to come out of the West because it's just so strong. If not the Celtics, obviously. But I'm not saying the Celtics is fuck the Celtics. My long shot would be the Milwaukee Bucks. No one's talking about Giannis. Dame is apparently progressing really well. I don't know what his situation is in terms of coming back. But I feel like we're forgetting that Giannis is a top 5 player in this league.
Yeah,
And that in the playoffs, he is unguardable. And the East is so weak that if Giannis can get going and this Bucks team can just fill in the gaps, the Bucks can go on a little run here too, dude.
I think I feel that way about every team in the East. Like literally, like maybe not all of them, maybe not the Heat because I don't think that they have like the players for it. But I like there could be 6 teams in the East that like have a chance.
Here's another one. Who do you
It'd have
think
to
is
be
going to
the
be the
Celtics.
biggest disappointment in the NBA playoffs? I'm going to say the Oklahoma City
I
Thunder.
was
I
gonna
still
s-
think
yeah, I
they're
was gonna
way
say
too
the same
young.
thing.
I still don't think they can handle size very well. And I still do not believe that they have what it takes to get through the West yet. Because you're going to have to either play a Jokic or a Luka or a Kawhi. And I just don't see this Thunder team, even though they're plus 165 to win the NBA Finals, which is crazy. I don't think they have it just yet. I think this Thunder team in 2 years could be a team that starts a dynasty and wins 3-4 championships with how young and how good they are. But unfortunately, SGA is playing at an MVP level. They had an unbelievable regular season. I don't think SGA is better than Luka. I don't think SGA is better than Jokic. And you have to see those guys in the playoffs in the West.
Yeah.
So I think the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to be like my disappointment of the NBA playoffs.
I kind of agree with the A-Lads with the Rockets. I think that everyone kind of thinks that they're like the young upcoming team. And like, I think they're just going to lose. They might
Okay.
just lose. I think you kind of think that I was kind of in on them too. Now, like looking back, it's like they're not
Yeah, I'm not in on them as much
They're
as
like
I was.
not. Yeah,
I agree. I'm not in on them as much as I was.
I think everyone thinks the Nuggets are going to be disappointing, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Nuggets did something too.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Nuggets won it all.
They have Joker.
They do. I think my biggest disappointment in the East, unfortunately, it's someone that's on your list, is the Pacers. They suck, dude. They're bad. Tyrese Halliburton is not a number one. He might not even be a number two. The step back that he took from last year to this year has been astounding. It's almost like a leap backwards from being an all-star and winning playoff series to literally almost being a non-factor in games and shooting 1 for 9. So the Pacers in the East would be my biggest disappointment, I think. But do you have a disappointing team in the East? Could be the Knicks. Could be, dude. Just Thibs ball with this roster. Like,
I don't know. I don't even know if you can be disappointing in the East. I don't even know if anyone's that good except the Celtics. Like
the Cavs.
I'll say the Cavs. I'll say the Cavs because I think everyone expects them to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. They're not going to get there, I don't think.
All right, and then let's go best bet. Favorite bets. Mine would be Lakers to win it all.
Warriors.
As well as the Knicks to make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Warriors to win it all.
Just one.
I think they do. That's all I want.
One and done.
All I want.
All right, I like it. All right, let's should we serve some Slate? I know there's some MLB, some golf. I've been trying to get dialed in on golf, dude, and that's why I put 2 squares in. And make no mistake, I might be fucking dialed in. I might be dialed in, dude.
I think we got Krabby coming on soon too.
So. Yeah, where's he at?
We
got Krabs for coming up here. I need to see him in my office.
Let's serve some Slate.
Let's serve some Slate. Welcome back to Slate Surfers, the part of the show where we surf the slate and give you all the plays you need on a Thursday. Yeah. Do we have like a funny sound like womp, womp, womp? The dog days are here. Welcome to what our summers are going to look like for the rest of our lives. But don't worry, we are self-proclaimed baseball guys. And there is baseball on today. Josh, I have been, and I don't mean this lightly, generationally bad at betting baseball thus far. So when I say self-proclaimed, I really mean self-proclaimed.
Yeah, it is fully self-proclaimed.
Fully self-proclaimed. We do have really early games starting up here, though. We got D-backs, Marlins, Nationals, Pirates, Mariners, Reds, all starting at 11 a.m. Central. Let's dial into those, Josh. Here's what I'm thinking we do. First of all, we got the convenience store matchup of 7-Eleven Nationals, 7-12 Pirates. I don't even want to have eyes on that game. Yeah, I'm good. A game I do want to have eyes on, though. A game I do want to have eyes on, though.
You definitely want, yeah.
D-backs, Marlins, Mariners, Reds. I would like to have eyes on those games, but I don't necessarily know what we want to do here.
I think she might want to fuck with the woo today.
She might want to fuck with a woo?
She might want to fuck with the woo today.
She might want to fuck with a woo?
What do you think about that? Taking the Mariners. Plus Chicky on road.
I just know nothing about baseball right now. That like everything I'd want to do, you should just do the opposite. And I would love to take the Mariners today.
But you're a Mariners guy. You always have a slight bias towards them.
It says Woo is not on the mound, but he's listed everywhere.
Oh, what?
Woo is not pitching.
Okay, then never mind.
Hancock is the pitcher. Maybe we fuck. Maybe she wants to fuck with a singer.
Let's not fuck with the Woo.
Maybe she wants to fuck with a singer.
Nah, fuck the singer. Fuck that game. I hate they have the wrong pitcher up. I hate that they have that up. But I actually do. I do kind of like the Diamondbacks in the early game. That game's going to be gross, though.
Yeah, that's good. Why don't we just take the over in Diamondbacks Marlins and the over in Mariners Reds?
I don't know if I want to see the over in that Diamondbacks game. I think we could take the over in the Mariners Reds game just because Woo's not even on the mound. Let's fucking get Hancock up and moving.
Yeah, I like that over.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't like the first one, though.
Why don't you like that first one?
Marlins overs are just the worst bet of all time. Because they can't touch ball.
Okay. All right. Mariners, Reds over. That'll be a play. I'll lock that in after we're done here. Or I guess I'm going to have to lock it in now, actually.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Womp, womp. The Athletics have beat the White Sox in back-to-back days, and we're doing it again. The road to 72 is so fucking alive. I'm definitely taking the Athletics again, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Dude, and I'm starting to realize, Josh, our batting lineup is better than people think.
Yeah, they're not. They're definitely good.
It's better than people think.
Oh, 100%. Oh,
It's better than
way
people
better than you thought. Way better. Yeah. They're not terrible. They're not great, but they're not
Lawrence
terrible.
Butler, Shea Bangliers, Brent Rooker, Soderstrom, Miguel Andujar. Come on.
Come on.
Jacob Wilson, GOAT. Come on. Better than you think.
Yeah.
It's better than you think.
Yeah,
Soderstrom could be the MVP. I agree.
he could be. Might have already won it.
I'm definitely taking Athletics money line. That's my P.O. Dizzy. My P.O. Disley.
The D's.
My P.O. Disley is going to be the Athletics money line. Other than that, dude, I'm staying away from the Phillies. The Phillies are just a team that I just want to bet every single day of the week because I just love their batting lineup, but they have just been rat piss.
Mm-hmm.
So I will not be touching the Phillies today. Also, just want to give a quick shout out to those Baltimore Orioles.
Come on.
One of the worst orgs in baseball. Genuinely one of the worst orgs in baseball. I don't know, Josh, if we have seen a worse org.
Wait. Yesterday?
In general.
Oh, in general.
Was that Krabs' only win yesterday?
Yeah. They won. I thought you were going to get on them for... I thought you were going to actually congratulate Goots one time.
No, they suck. I think we fade them today with Bibby.
We could fade them. They
don't get two.
I don't hate that at all, actually.
They don't get two.
Let's go, Bibby.
They don't get two.
Let's go, Bib.
Give me Bib.
Bib.
Give me Bib against Goots. Give me Goots Bib.
Bib.
Give me Bib Goots. People are saying it's Bobby Witt Day. We got the Royals playing the Tigers. Lorenzen is going off against Olsen.
Bobby Witt.
Do you have thoughts on that?
I've kind of been trying to stay away from the Royals early in the year. I think that this kind of says the Tigers win this game.
Okay.
I think Olsen on bump being minus 150 favorite against Lorenzen says that they're going to win.
Okay. I don't have any other baseball plays.
I like the under in the Mets Cardinals game a lot. Canning and Palante. I like that a lot. I just feel like it's a low total for those two names on bump.
Okay.
Also, neither team's bats have been overly impressive, I don't think.
Giannis is up for 32 points per game.
32 points. I mean, that makes sense.
Jokic is up for
They
28.
shoot every time.
I think Jokic has the highest one on the board.
Really?
Higher than Luka.
What is it?
32.
32. Oh, Jokic.
It's the highest one. Luka's is second with 29.
That's insane.
That's actually nuts. That is up for 32 and a half. Who's up for the most threes? Halliburton's up for 3.1. Luka's up for 3.5. Yeah. We're going to have to cook one of those tomorrow.
Have to.
Yeah, yep. All right. Let's just look at price picks really quickly before Krabs gets in here.
Okay.
And then we'll go through the whole baseball board with them. Dude, I kind of want to dial in on this golf tournament.
There aren't that many, so there's not many guys out. But I can give you some. Let's see. The
Kinda
course is playing
like-
super easy.
I kind of like Robert McIntyre less than strokes.
Okay, I like that.
But let me look.
No,
Let
I
me
like
keep
that.
looking.
Take guys. We want
Seamus
accurate
power less than
want-
strokes. Look at that chart.
Yeah, we want accurate drivers. Because this course is short, so you don't have to be a long player. I would say, like, I love Brian Harmon as well. This is a course that should fit his style. Chris Kirk, also another good shout.
Fuck Colin Morikawa too, by the way.
Yeah, we don't need him. Guys that could Aaron Rye could be a good shout. Aaron Rye read it out the last 3 rounds. He could be a good shout.
What about Maverick McNeil?
No, I do not like him here. He's like a long player. Like, this isn't like his type of course. I mean, he could play well. I mean, this course is just playing easy, so anyone can play well. But I would target guys that are shorter, better iron and wedge players.
Yeah, minute.
I think Jason Day probably has a great day.
Oh, I could get behind Jason Day. What about Jason Day birdies or bed?
Yeah. Like
or maybe
that.
fairways hit 8.5?
Nah, fairways hit here tough because there's this course is like there's so many drivable greens that like a lot of guys will go for them, and like when they drive the green, they're not hitting fairways, and they're like literally just going through the fairway into rough. So this is not a good place to take. Greens and reg are fine here because a lot of times you have a good look at the green. So that I would be more willing to take for him.
Sahith Theegala, greens and red.
I would like his greens and reg, probably not
At
anything else,
11.
honestly.
Ludwig birdies is also very high.
Yeah, he's at 5. Yeah, he'll probably tear this course apart.
You can bet pars.
Yeah.
Is Sahith playing well though right now?
No, he hasn't been playing very well.
So maybe not Sahith.
Dude, everyone pretty much is playing well. Like, let's just look for good players still out there. Like Jason Day, I think birdies are better 4.5.
I like that.
Let's just do that.
Right now I have Jason Day, Seamus Power less than strokes, and Robert
Power.
McIntyre less than strokes.
I like that. Can I get you privy on Chris Kirk less than strokes?
Yeah, that's a weird chart.
He's very good at this course too. He's unbelievable with his irons and wedges, super accurate, and and he's a great putter. Like this course is
that'll be
perfect for him.
Piece, huh? How about that?
This course is perfect for him.
Little 4-piece. Robert McIntyre less than strokes, Seamus Power less than strokes, Jason Day more than birdies, Chris Kirk less than strokes.
Yeah. Also, Chris Kirk got bumped down. He was at 69.5 earlier. 69 now. He's like this course is playing the par 5s, especially on the front, are playing like a par 4.
Everybody's loving Will Zalatoris.
I don't love
Slutty Will.
I don't love Will.
Slutty Will. All right. Do we have any dude, Maverick McNeely's chart is so weird. I might just have to take him.
Just like golf, like isn't like that. Like golf's not a sport like you look at charts from like a year ago. Like that's like a full year ago that he played there. And also it's like when guys, it's not like it's like weird for a guy to struggle at the same place twice.
Okay.
Because just the style of course might not match their style of golf.
Okay. All right. Okay. I really want to cook an NBA series lineup tomorrow, but we'll wait till tomorrow because it'll be Friday. You're not dialed on the NHL, correct?
No.
Fuck him. All right. Let's go to the MLB really quick, and then when Krabs gets in here, we'll just give him the floor to apologize to me. I'm just kidding.
All right, let's go to MLB.
Yeah, let's go to the MLB.
Let's do it.
We've really struggled in the MLB. There's no mistake in that.
None of mistake.
What is the chat like today, guys? Can you tell me what you guys like in the MLB today? Let's dial in with you guys because I got news for you, chat. I just want you guys to know. I tailed Trent's 4-piece. You guys are moose shit. You guys are moose shit. Tyler Hero 3s, Mike Trout Fantasy, Anthony Davis PRA, Freddie Freeman. I don't know if that was cooked on stream or not. Moose shit. Moose shit.
Dude, I want to go. I think my favorite play of the day is the under in that Cardinals game. So I think we just go with. Can we go with the Nerfy in that game?
Oh,
we haven't touched very many Nerfies yet.
A Nerf. I love how 3 of those 4 were as red as possible. Everyone in chat, but Freddie, but Freddie. Unfortunately, guys, I don't get paid out 1 for 4.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, don't get paid out for a 1 for 4. If I got paid out for 1 for 4s, I'd be fucking Jeff
Bezos.
Jeff.
That's so good.
So you like which one?
In the Palante Canning one. So the Cardinals Mets game.
Okay, Nerf. Also, is it true that Soto's been playing like a bag of cock? That's brutal, dude. Imagine just selling out for Juan Soto and he just shows up playing like a bitch.
I think it's just insane giving anybody that amount of money in baseball. for that long.
I mean, it just makes no sense.
He's hitting 231, 3 homers, 7 RBIs. It's not good.
For what he's getting paid, right?
No. Yeah, it's not even good for a normal person. For like a good, like a star.
What do you think about J.P. Sears fantasy, the pitcher for the Athletics against the White Sox today?
I mean, dude, anyone against the White Sox bats can't be a bad look. Let me look at it though.
So I'd rather pair a Nerfy with a Nerfy. So I kind of want to find a pair for JP Sears.
No, I like that a lot.
So I kind of want to find a pair for JP Sears and then leave the Nerfy to pair with another Nerfy.
And you pick a Nerf?
Or a Yerf. I'm good with either, to be honest with you.
Okay. Let me search. It might be Bobby Witt Day, but I don't want to take him because I like the Tigers.
You think it's Bobby Witt?
It might be. His fantasy is just really high.
It could so be Bobby Witt.
I wouldn't mind the Bobby Witt play.
Bobby Witt.
If you're down, I'm down.
I'm down for Bobby Witt.
Okay, let's do it.
Bobby Witt, JP Sears?
Yeah. I
don't hate that.
Let's do that.
Oh, yeah. He's up for a gob 1.5 hits on his RBIs.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Oh
dude, also, let's pair that Nerfy with the early Nerfy. First game. D-backs Marlins, Nerf.
D-backs Marlins. Ish. All right, I really like that. JP Sears fantasy and Bobby Witt fantasy. And then we're doing...
We also got Krabs to fan here, too. Whenever we want to bring him in.
Let me just lock this one in, and then we'll bring him up. Bring him out. 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 All right, 2 Nerfies as well. Okay, the TMA 2-piece is going to be JP Sears fantasy with Bobby Witt fantasy. I really, really like that. And then if you want to get weird and dirty with us, we took 2 Nerfies. Mets, Cardinals, Miami, Arizona. How fucking about it?
How about it?
All right, everybody, can we welcome to the stage the 13-5 former better Krabs.
Sure you can.
Krabs at bets. Welcome to the stage.
W soundboard. Sure.
Let's go.
L plays yesterday, Mike. You picked the wrong day to hop on, my man. Yeah. Picked the wrong day.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it was just never going to be my day yesterday. There were so many things that went against me. I did tail the Krabs card. That hurt, but I also did take the Kings live juice, paid juice for that one, and paid juice for Dodgers -2.5. So it's not like I would have done much better.
Yeah, I've been laughing at you talking about the juice paying all morning. Don't
Paid
worry.
for juice. Paid for juice on
internet.
Kings money line. They lost by 40.
People forget you paid juice.
Shut up.
People forget.
Krabs, you kind of chefed a little bit.
What do you got?
You're the baseball guy. So we kind of we wanted to get our poopy brain chefing out of the way and then see what you were saying about everything. We got 3 early games coming up. Your team is one of the teams playing. What are you thinking about these 3 early games? We took the Nerf in Arizona, Miami.
You know, I'm happy that you asked, Mike, and I did come prepared with these early games. I just locked in a couple plays myself.
Oh.
I don't have any qualms with that Nerfy in the Miami-Arizona game. I don't have any plays I love in that game. I would not be shocked to see that under hit, to be honest with you. And the over opened up juicy at 8.5, and now that under is super juicy on the books. You might even see some 8s aloof by the time we get first pitch. So I think you're in the right spot there with that Nerfy. Now, I do have better angles in the other 2 games that start up kind of soon. I think if you take both dogs in these other early starts, right? You got 3 games starting up in the next, 30-ish minutes with 1 starting up, including the next 5. But you take the dogs in the Nats game and the Seattle game, right? You take the Nats on the ML, you take Seattle on the ML, you're going 1-1 at worst. At worst. Okay. You got the Nats and Trevor Williams, who's been atrocious this season. Terrible. Oh, so bad. Looks bad. Results aren't bad. Everything's just bad. But he's only plus 120 today against a Pirates team that rolled out a lefty against the Nats yesterday, almost threw a perfect game against the Nats yesterday, their lefty, falter. It was unbelievable. Now I know I had a 2.5 run square up there on Prize Picks for him against the Nats. It was because he was going to shove. He was always going to shove. Well, the Nats are going to come in pissed off today because there was some fluke shit going on the field yesterday. They think our crummy reliever was throwing at Andrew McCutchen's head. You have to be a nincompoop to think that. We're not throwing at fucking Andrew McCutchen's head. How stupid do you think Lopez is? The guy just stinks. He just stinks and had no control. Just watch him pitch yesterday. He had no idea where the ball was going. The guy just sucks. And now he's suspended 3 games. He appealed it. So honestly, he might even pitch today. Wouldn't that be funny? That'd be something the Nats might pull out. And I honestly like his chances if he does. And then Davey Martinez, our manager, is suspended for a game because automatically, if a player on your team gets suspended for intentionally hitting somebody, your manager gets suspended too. The most bogus rule of all time.
That's crazy.
The most bogus rule of all time. Number one.
Does that make sense?
The guy didn't even do it on purpose. Number two, the only reason why he got ejected was because the manager of the Pirates came trotting out and screaming like a little girl in the umpire's ear saying, oh my God, it was intentional. And then the umpires talked for 10 minutes about it. And eventually they kicked him out. The whole thing was bullshit. So I think the Nats come in today a little pissed off, a little chip on their shoulder, right? They come in today saying, this is not right. This isn't fair. And if there's one thing I know about the Nats, I don't like Davey Martinez, our manager, but he does get the most out of his guys, and they play fucking hard for him, man. So after he got done wrong yesterday, I guarantee you the Nats come in today, they get a big win. Doesn't hurt that Trevor Williams pitched for 5 years on the Pirates, was drafted by the Pirates, started his career on the Pirates. Now he makes his return home. I'm seeing all over the feed. People are saying, no chance this guy goes out there and pitches in the 6th inning. He hasn't done it once yet this season. He's not doing it tonight. I think he does. I like his chances today against his former team. I like the Nats' chances today. They come in a little more motivated. On the roads, I'll take them at plus chicken. And I'll take the Mariners as well at plus chicken with Hancock, who's terrible. Everyone thinks he has no chance. Well, why are they plus 110? They got their first road win of the season last night, the Mariners. And they're barely plus chicken today with Hancock, Will Smith in that bust of a movie, Hancock up there on the bump. The worst fucking pitcher in baseball. The guy's got a 10 ERA, 81 ERA. 81. I'm seeing an 81.
How do you even allow that many runs?
81. He got sent down to the minors immediately. Got called back up last night.
And you're gone.
He's terrible.
Have 81.
He's terrible.
He's terrible.
And he's plus 110 only.
Well, you playing in backyard baseball?
Dude, I'm going to look up his stats. I guarantee you he made one appearance, got pulled super early after giving up a bunch of runs, got sent down to the minors, and got called up last night. Probably got a phone call when he was playing MLB The Show last night. Hey, Hancock, we need you on the bump tonight, my man. He goes, shit, I got to put the fucking Cheetos down, the controller. He goes, I got to get to fucking Cincinnati.
He was probably watching Trent pull from the corn and go 3 for 13. And they're like, yeah, you're pitching against the Reds tomorrow. Like, oh, shit.
That's exactly what he was doing. Yes. He was in the court watching Trent. Spent
Krabs,
200 hours on packs.
In that game.
I like the Nerfy in the Arizona-Miami game like you were talking about. I like the Nerfy in the Seattle-Cincy game, which you have to be a crazy person to lock that in. That's probably why I like it. You'd have to be a lunatic to lock in that Nerfy. It's so crazy, it just might work.
What about Washington-Pittsburgh, your game?
That's the one where you lose me on the Nerfy because I think James Wood goes out there, hits another nuke in the first inning again. Swear to God.
Wow.
Swear to God.
Wow.
He's not hitting leadoff today, but he's hitting second. I think he goes up there, hits a nuke in that first at bat again.
Okay. Can we actually pull up the latest Bookit graphic about baseball? I'd love to talk to Krabs about that before we continue.
Sure.
Just going to pull it up really quick.
We can pull it up.
Because I have an opinion on it. And I normally don't have baseball opinions. But I have an opinion on it.
Give me 1 second. Get the media slide.
It's just a quick opinion on it. You know, I'd like to actually hear Krabs' words on it, but I just have a quick opinion.
There it is.
So we put out the graphic. It says, I can't read it on the screen right now.
I know. There we go.
Playoff odds for underperformers. One underperforming MLB team will find their way into the playoffs. The Orioles are minus 110. The Braves are minus 150 at 5-13. The Twins are plus 170. The Red Sox are minus 125. And the Royals are plus 120. If I had to pick a team right now that I think is going to make the playoffs, it would be the Red Sox. I just think that batting lineup is absurd. However, Krabs, my only problem with the graphic, there is no shot under God's green earth and that blue sky that rat shit club out of Baltimore, Maryland is making the fucking playoffs.
And Orioles ML today on my Sharp Report has never looked better. Yeah. Let's fucking go, Mike.
They've got to be the worst team in the MLB right now that we're talking about making the playoffs.
I would pay money to have a Goots cam right now, brother.
I'd pay money. Never seen a worse ball club, Krabs. I've never seen a worse ball club. I've never seen a worse ball club than the Baltimore Orioles.
Dude, you're not wrong. They've looked terrible. They actually haven't won 2 games in a row this entire season. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, they're not winning tonight. I got news for you.
They haven't won back-to-back games this entire season. It's nuts. And they got this guy Suganu on the bump who throws 89 miles an hour, who they got from Japan this offseason. Yeah, he hasn't been terrible. Hasn't been terrible, but on paper, he should get destroyed in this game. I could see why your brain thinks that, with the small sample size we have so far this season, Mike, and they deserve some roasting. They deserve some scolding. And Goots has been giving it to him too, as well. It hasn't been just you. He's been letting him hear it as well.
That's good.
I will say, though, before the season, the Orioles were getting an immense amount of respect on the books for reasons that I couldn't figure out. So I know that there's better days ahead for this O's team. It's coming. And the more that we all trash on them, the worse they play now, the better they're going to play in the middle of the summer, because we know how baseball works. Doesn't make a lot of sense. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of changes, long season, right? 162 games. It's no joke. Orioles got a lot of ball to play, but so far through these 17 games, it's been abysmal. It's been a joke of a baseball program that's supposed to be good. It's supposed to be a playoff team, a shoo-in, a lock, right? But you can tell by those odds on that graphic, Mike, nothing's really changed. They're still going to make the playoffs, I think. No. I do. I still believe. I still believe in Goots' O's. As crazy as it is to see.
Give me plus chicken the Orioles to not make the playoffs. How about that?
You can lock that in right now. Yeah, plus 125.
How about I take a plus 125 to the dome piece that Gunny, Bunny, and Adley Rutschman will continue to shit down their leg? How about that one? How about we get that? Can we get that graphic up and moving? Mikey's teams to not make the MLB playoffs. Just one team, the Baltimore Orioles. Just one team.
Man. Look, they've got a lot of proving to do. I don't disagree with you one bit. They've looked like quail shit, but a lot of ball left. And for some reason, I still believe. I think it's because of those preseason odds. They were getting immense amounts of respect. They had better odds to make the playoffs, better odds to win the World Series than the freaking Red Sox did, which didn't make any sense to me in the offseason.
What would be your team on that graphic? Because I know you were probably part of making that graphic. Do you have a team that you really like?
I lay it with the O's. All jokes aside.
Fucking damn it, dude. Like, what the bot?
We'll back up again. I'll give you another team.
Krabs, the Braves are 5-13 minus 150, and you're going to pay juice for the Baltimore Orioles?
Not a lot of stuff changes at this point with these odds in baseball, Mike, because nothing really matters yet. Yeah. It's like when you talk about first quarters, first halves not mattering, Mike. This is like you complain in 3 minutes into a game. Same thing, right? First halves don't matter. You know that. We've learned that at this point. Definitely. The first 17 games in baseball certainly don't matter. They could matter less. And the odds not changing kind of reflects that. Like, these are the odds that we saw preseason, and this is the odds maker saying, we're not changing anything because we know that these 17 games, it literally does not matter at all. Could not matter less. Just like first halves. Same thing.
Pain juice.
People forget.
All right, Krabs, outside of these
3
early games, do you have any games that you'd like to talk to us about? I mean,
I do.
We were talking through it. I'm taking the Athletics again. We need to sweep the White Sox to have a chance at 72 wins, and we beat the shit out of them 2 days in a row. And I think JP Sears is going to have a day today. We put him in our 2-piece. We have Bobby Witt Fantasy and JP Sears Fantasy. 2 weird charts, 2 spots that I think could work for us today. But outside of the Athletics or anything like that, is there anything in these afternoon games that you're kind of dialing in on?
Yeah, if you want to talk some afternoon, that Athletics White Sox game is weird. They got that Martin earned run square up there for the White Sox. And I think he might get roughed up today a little bit, which is not the hottest of takes. He's not the greatest pitcher, but he's coming off a couple decent outings, but he's got an earned run square up there that makes me think the Athletics, your Athletics, put up some runs against him. And looking at JP Sears' squares, I don't think he pitches atrociously. I like the Athletics. I even thought about laying juice with the Athletics today. I chose to lay juice in other places, but I certainly lean that way. And I do think the Athletics get another win here against the White Sox. I'm with you.
Okay, fuck you.
Now, there is a later game that I'd like to bring up and talk about, and I think you guys would enjoy this. It involves the Rangers. And maybe we started out by talking about what Patrick Corbin did last night for the Rangers.
Let's do it.
This guy shows up a day or two after the season starts, no spring training. I didn't even think he was going to get signed by a team. I thought he'd get picked up halfway through the season at this point, since he didn't get picked up in the offseason. Rangers sign him, which is, the funniest team to sign him. I'm going to come down there and watch him pitch a game. I'll tell you right now, we're going to make that happen. We have to all go to a game where Patty C's pitching.
Yes.
You kidding me? Can't make it up how this is playing out. It's fucking awesome and hilarious. The guy doesn't do spring training. The guy, nobody believes in him at all. Everybody's even surprised he's even getting reps at this rate. And he goes out there and he shoves. I'm talking about on BTL yesterday. I say if he gets 10 Ks in this game, I'll eat mac and cheese. I'll do a review on BTL the next day. And you guys know how much I hate mac and cheese.
Why do you hate mac and cheese? It's like so simple.
I hate the taste. I wish I liked it.
Macaroni, love cheese.
Love pasta, love cheese, hate mac and cheese.
How does that even work? Can someone break that down for me?
We're going to need more time. Honestly. That's a combo for maybe next Thursday. Well, come on, we'll talk about my hate for mac and cheese. Patty C goes out there last night, and his slider, it's looking like he's prime 2019 World Series champ form. Like the guy has figured out and turned a new page and figured out something with his mechanics. I don't know. The guy pitched great last night against a pretty good Angels lineup. Mike Trout. He's striking out Mike Trout. The guy almost had 10 Ks yesterday. He had 6 Ks through 3 innings, and I'm sitting there sweating in the seat thinking, oh my God, I said on BTL yesterday, I'll fucking try mac and cheese the next day if he gets 10 Ks. I thought he was going to do it. Didn't do it. Finished the start great, though. But Patty C, welcome back.
Welcome back.
The most baseball thing ever. I didn't even think the guy was going to play this season. Throws a gem last night. We all have coins on the Angels. Can't make it up.
Mike Trout.
Yeah,
forgets how to play baseball.
I think Mike Trout had 2 strikeouts against him, actually, too.
Yeah.
Shout out ER Trout. Still sucks. Shohei better.
Shohei is better. Yeah.
And all time.
Yeah.
Flagg and Hill. Dying on that.
But hey, let's bring this full circle because I didn't want to just sit up here and talk about Patty C. Let's talk about this late night game tonight, or the latest of games tonight. Not too many late ones, but you got the Rangers at home. Kumar Rocker up on the bump. Swaggy young arm for Vanderbilt back in the day. A lot of hype. He's had some injuries, weird career arc, but he's here, right? He's back up at the majors now, and he's been dog shit. Terrible.
Thanks, Josh, for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Nerfy Pavin Smith with a 2-run shot. There it goes. See ya.
Sure.
Thanks, Josh.
I'm looking at Joshy, and I just see his little smirk getting bigger for the last 10 seconds, and then Mikey takes over there. You can't make up. It's Pavin Smith, bro. I needed him to hit a nuke 2 nights ago, Mike, for over $2,500. I asked Jovan, I say, I got a $50 boost or whatever. But to put your home run guy with my home run guy, I took Jordan. He gives me Pavin Smith. Jordan hits a nuke. Pavin doesn't. Could have made $2,500. Yesterday and now today, Pavin Smith has hit a nuke. Not just today. Not just right now when I'm up here. But yesterday as well, he hit a nuke. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Yep. We'll see you later. A lineup is already dead.
Hey, Mike, get some of those coins back on the books. Take the Nats for a half unit on the ML. Take the Mariners for a half unit on the ML. You're in there. All right. Fuck yeah,
my phone was out while you were talking. That's why my phone was out. I took the Nats, I took the Mariners, and I took the over in the Mariners game too.
Okay. All right. Yeah, all Mariners are down to plus 105 right now. They might end up minus money by first pitch. Probably not. But still, great sign. They're catching some steam. Crazy. Full circle here.
Angels, Rangers.
Yes. Kumar Rocker has been terrible all season, has an 80 ERA, but this is a guy who has some hype, a guy who we know has talent. He's just got to put it all together. He's going against Kachanowicz, who, let me put my baseball brain on for a second. He's actually a terrible pitcher. His ERA sitting at 5.75 does not encapsulate how bad of a starting pitcher this guy really is. He should have a 10 ERA. He should have that 88 ERA that we were talking about earlier. That makes no sense. This guy is terrible. He is that bad. And I think the Rangers, I think they get another win tonight. I think they ride off that Patty C momentum last night. I think the Angels, who started out the hottest team in baseball to start the season, are now the coldest team in baseball. I think that continues. I think they drop another one. The Rangers win another game in the series. Kumar Rocker goes out there. Not saying he's going to go out there and throw a no-hitter, but he outpitches Kachanowicz, who is that bad. And Kumar Rocker has his best start of his young career. Give me the Rangers tonight. I'm laying the juice. I'll take him on the ML.
Paid for juice.
Paying for juice. Sure,
I like paying for juice in that spot too. I'll tell the Rangers as well. I'm down. I just don't know what to do in baseball. But speaking of not knowing what to do, Krabs, let's run to Prize Picks real quick.
Sure.
I really like our 2-piece that we have, but I want to have something different as well. Can you tell me why Christopher Sanchez's fantasy is so high for the Phillies with a full red chart? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Because the Phillies are probably winning, the game's going under, and he's going more than his fantasy score.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you're on the right track there. Phillies should not be laying minus 180 to anybody in this economy. I know they're 10-8, but they have looked like shit at the plate, man. And the Giants have looked pretty good. They win today.
Kumar Rocker's also a weird square. I know you said his first start, or his best start.
I think he gets it done today. Let's see if anything's sticking out for him. I like his less than walks allowed, but I'd probably rather just take his less than hits allowed. But those are less than, so his more than fantasy score with him getting a win would be something I wouldn't mind taking. I'd rather go with that Sanchez more than fantasy score though that you brought up, to be completely honest with you.
All right, that'll be my square. I'll go Sanchez fantasies.
Okay. Any golf from Joshy today?
Yeah, we crafted up a little bit. I was actually looking a little more though.
Why do I feel like we just take Jason Day less than strokes and just fucking call it a day?
I don't hate that. I was just gonna look at Justin Rose coming off that Masters performance and how straight he was hitting the ball. I mean, this course is literally perfect for that. 4.5 birdies or better. I feel like he's been feeling himself. He literally putted out of his fucking mind last week. So just keep it rolling.
I don't hate that. Justin Rose more than Birds?
Yeah, 4.5.
Let's do that.
I want to square up for Kitch and give you a square that you'd probably be interested in.
Okay.
Juan Soto is a name that's been getting talked about a lot the last week or so, and has not been great things said. So, he's got some quotes out there making excuses. He also has not been playing great. People are bitching about him wearing a hoodie under his jersey, which people are just making stuff up, just finding reasons to get mad about Juan Soto. Coming off a terrible game. I think Palante, his opponent tonight on the mound, who's been so good this season, is due for a lot of regression. Love the Mets tonight. I think Juan Soto goes out there and does job, whether it's walks and scoring. I'm not saying it's going to be a nuke, but I think it's vintage Soto, getting on base, doing jobs. I want to take his more than fantasy score.
I like it.
More than 7.5.
I actually like that.
Is high. He did nothing last game.
All right,
right? Literally nothing.
0.
Yeah, 0.
I like it. Christopher Sanchez more than pitcher fantasy score. Justin Rose more than birdies, and Juan Soto fantasies. I like that a lot, actually.
So do I. I'm locking it in. Let me find that golf square. Remind me which one that is.
Justin Rose, birdies are better. More than 4.5.
Perfect. Okay. Let's go, J Rose. Stay locked in.
Stay locked.
All right. Little
These
three,
guys
please.
are shredding the scores right now. JT and Scotty are JT's through 9. He's 6 under. Scotty's 6 under through 10. Speed 3 under through 8. Like these guys are shredding.
Shred bingus, dude. Josh, apparently Manchester United plays today and people want our pitch cake.
Do you actually want it?
Wait, who won that Arsenal game yesterday?
Arsenal
won.
No shot they won when the entire planet was on the other side. I fucking knew it, dude.
Yeah, we should.
They didn't even need to win. We got the draw though.
Yeah, we did get the draw.
We got the draw.
We got the fucking draw.
Okay.
Yeah, Krabs.
The sharp and the squares were both fading Arsenal yesterday, and I had a weird feeling during Surge stream. I was like, "This is not going to go right. This is not going," and it did not, I guess. But
it's because they were down. They were up 3-0 in the aggregate, so they didn't need to win. They just kind of needed to keep it an even game, and somehow they still won 2-1.
Josh, you want to pull up that Man U game? We'll just give them our pitch cake.
Yeah, I got it up.
What are you thinking?
Wait, Man U.
I think that's what I saw.
Man,
I think.
In what? In what league?
I know the Rangers are playing Club Athletic. I think it might be in the Europa.
Oh, Europa. There she is. Yeah, Man U versus Lyon.
Yeah.
Man U minus 145, Lyon plus 380.
So what? We're so bad at this. I don't even know.
Like, why do you want this?
Why do you guys want this? All right, give me the over 2.5. Give me the over 2.5, dude. Mason Mount's up for a goblin shot. That kid is fucking Jansen.
They're starving for some Mikey soccer right now, bro. You got to give it to him.
What if we did that?
That's fine with me. I got nothing. Literally nothing. Literally.
Fuck you guys for making us do this, dude. I get
Lazio-
embarrassed when we gotta
Lazio's
do
playing
this
a
shit.
team that I've literally never.
You got Conference League too, and starting in 15.
Oh, you guys want our Conference League picks?
Bruh. Just take tie. Just take draw.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take that over in the Man U game 2.5. I'm gonna lock that in once we're done here.
Sure. Chat, don't forget about the early baseball plays. Nats ML and Seattle ML.
But definitely forget about that Nerfy that we took.
Yeah.
You
Forget
can-
about that.
Forget about that. Here's the link to the 3-piece prize picks lineup that we crafted up. I'm going to paste that in the chat. Here you go. Boom. There it is.
Shout out Krabby.
Shout out.
Get involved.
Yeah.
Let's have a day, guys. Look, I know the slate today is, it's nothing to write home about. We'll be all right, though. We'll power through it. We'll be okay.
We'll definitely be
Brighter things ahead, too, tomorrow and the weekends. We'll be okay. We'll power
Great
through
golf on, too. It's a great
it.
tournament.
Great golf. Sure. Got to look at the positives.
I like it. I like it, Krabs. Let's go get a Nats win today. I would love to have some natitude, not some ratitude.
Yeah, let's go get some attitude. Why not us? All right,
Let's
boys.
go get some attitude. I'm
Let's
in.
have a day.
All right. We'll be Krabs.
Appreciate you, gents.
Appreciate you, Krabby.
All right. We good?
Yeah, I think we're good. Josh, want to say goodbye to the people, and then we'll do what we do.
Let's have a day. Go Jason Day and go Justin Rose.
Let's
Get some
go.
birdies.
I'm in.
Let's get some birdies.
Let's get some chirping going, huh?
How about it?
You guys like the hairdo like this? You guys like that? Oh, I hate my mom.
Looks like you're a soccer player.
Yeah. All right, chat. We end every episode with a little bit of Mikey Core. Something I want to talk about today is, I guess, just what I'm going through currently. I don't know what it is. Just woke up today and I'm battling something. I don't necessarily know what it is. I'm trying to be more conscious of the days that I have like this and trying to exude a little bit more patience with myself and those around me. I think, I've really started this mental health journey for the first time in my life, and I think it's for the first time in 27 years that I'm not only willing, but I'm excited to address the things that are wrong with me and the things that I have not liked about myself and the things that I struggle with. And it's been a journey. I think I'm the best mentally I've ever been in my entire life to date. And I have therapy today, so I'm really excited that I'm having a bad day, honestly, and I get to really try to explore it and talk about it and see what's going on and see maybe the things I can do to remedy it or maybe why it's even happening. And something that I always try to remind myself as I'm going through this, because it is tough to, turn the mirror on yourself. I think a lot of the times we like to make excuses for everything that's going on around us for the reason that we are the way we are. And I think it takes a level of strength to be able to turn the mirror at yourself and go, I just really want to look at the things that I'm dealing with and the things that I might be doing wrong. And I think the thing that I try to remind myself every day that I would like to remind you guys today is the only way is through. The only way through is through. And when I say that, I genuinely mean it, because I feel like when I'm having a day like today, there's a large part of me that wants to just kind of like give up a little bit and just kind of mail it in for the day and be in a bad mood or feel sorry for myself or do the things that I know would be a detriment to the rest of my day or the rest of my week. And I think I just try to remind myself that the only way through is through, so you might as well try to get through. And maybe I won't get through the day and figure out what's going on with me and get through the things that maybe I'm dealing with today. But it's a reminder that I genuinely, I try to say to myself every single day, whether I'm having a good day or a bad day. And I would like to say it to you today and just remind you that the only way through is through. we're going to have bad days. We're going to have good days. There's going to be days where you want to stop going. There's going to be days where it feels like you're taking 6 steps forward and you're sprinting. And just trying to remind yourself and stay even keeled is something that I'm trying to do, because I feel like a lot of my life I would do this every single day. I'd have a really good day, really bad day, really good day, really bad day. And I'm trying to live in this middle area and enjoy the days where it's up here and understand why the days are down here, but always try to come back to the middle line. And I think by saying the only way through is through reminds me to do that. And that's why I'm going to ask you to take a step forward today. I know how hard it could be to take a step forward. I think I'm struggling myself to do that today. But I think we've learned through doing this show is that I'm going to take my successes through the attempt of taking a step forward today, not necessarily the result. Because it might be a step backwards today, but you never know. Maybe I'll take 2 tomorrow and 3 the next day, and then I'll be further than I was, even though I took a step backwards today. And I think that's why I ask you guys to try to take a step forward every single day, because I know how difficult it can be. I love you. If you haven't heard that today, I love you. I hope you guys have a phenomenal day. We'll be back here to talk NBA playoff plays for the weekend. We're making an NBA series lineup on Prize Picks. We're going to do it all tomorrow. We got a lot to talk about tomorrow. The NBA playoffs is going to kick off this weekend. I cannot wait for Madison Square Garden to be bumping and jumping. And welcome the Detroit Pistons in. Please save us. But I love you guys. Go tune into BTL. Tell them we said what's up. Make sure you tailed the lineup that Krabs helped us cook today. I'm excited to sweat that one. We're going to go sweat some golf right now. We're going to go sweat the natties. And we got some plays all over the board. Hopefully you tailed some today. Pick and choose your spots. I love you guys so much. We'll see you here tomorrow. No Josh, though. So we might have either Rav, Tanamo, Bay behind the camera, Nick behind the camera. We're going to figure it out tomorrow. But I really do. I love you guys. I appreciate all the support of the show. Sorry we missed a full week. Thank you for everyone that's tuned in this week. It means the absolute world to me. We will, in fact, be seeing. Make sure you're tuned into the Bookit Sports Discord, the Bookit Sports Twitter group. We're trying to build a lot of fun things going into this new year and going into this summer. I love you guys so much. We'll see you here